Today we're doing a review of the Filson Rugged Twill Original Briefcase. In this review, we're gonna talk about the pros and the cons and pack it out. A removable leather shoulder strap, gorgeous aesthetic, beautiful brass hardware, but some of the cons being, and if you're not quite sure if this is the brief for you, you're gonna wanna stick around to the end of the video where I'll make some alternative brief recommendations that might better suit your needs. I'll see you guys later. First things first, let's talk about the gist of the Filson Rugged Twill Original Briefcase. Raining from Seattle in the US of A, Filson is known for making high quality, well-crafted, made in America bags and apparel. And this briefcase is a vibe. It's not gonna be for everyone. Some of its top features being, its luxurious and super high quality materials, a buckle opening that leads to a single zipper main compartment, a front sleeve and a back sleeve, leather handles, a removable leather shoulder strap, but really this thing comes down to its aesthetic and its materials, which is why it's so expensive. I'll reveal the price in just a second. The Rugged Twill Original Briefcase comes in 3 color options. This is the otter green. The size is 13 liters, which is a good size for a brief/messenger because it's not too big and bulky and easy to carry around, but gives you enough space to carry what you need. And don't worry, we're gonna pack the bag out throughout the entire view so you can see exactly what it fits. Let's talk dimensions. Got about 14 inches height, 16 inches width, 3 inches depth. Filson claims this bag weighs 3 pounds, 5 ounces. I'm getting 2.5 pounds without the shoulder strap and 3.1 pounds with the shoulder strap. Let's verify that on the second scale. Yep, 3.1 pounds. This is the bag when it's empty. This is the bag when it's fully packed out and worn on me. I'm 5'8". Filson offers a warranty against manufacturing defects. And for all that, this bag costs, wait for it, $495 US, which I know is quite pricey. But I'll explain why they came to that price point. And to be honest, dude, just like, you might be watching this and be like, $495, I thought it was gonna be $895. 500 bucks, that's a deal. And if at any point in this review you're gonna make a purchase or you wanna find out more information, we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description below. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But that link also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel and team so we can keep making the best bag reviews on the web. Thank you very much. All right, let's talk about the outside of the Filson Rugged Twill Original Briefcase. And the first 2 points we're gonna cover, the aesthetic and the materials, is why this bag is priced so high. And it should be noted, this is definitely a luxury good. It's not budget, obviously. It's not even premium. It is pure luxury. And that's gonna start with the aesthetic: sophisticated, timeless, classy, ooh, ah. And that's either gonna speak to you or it's not. And the same thing with the materials, because we have some really interesting materials being used here, most noticeably, as in the name, twill. Now, twill is not a material that I am super familiar with, but this particular twill feels very smooth with almost like a denim-y texture, but it apparently comes from Britain's oldest mill, and it's also lightly waxed to help give it extra weather protection. And then the other material of note is the vegetable tanned brittle leather. Again, I'm not much of a leather expert, but Filson claims this leather is durable enough for a horse tack. Don't know what that means, but it sounds cool. But really, it's that twill, it's that leather, it's this beautiful brass hardware, and just the overall design and the fact that it's made in America, very important, is sort of where the price point is coming from. And on that made in America point, I'm curious, like, is that an important thing to you? Are you willing to pay extra money for it to be made in the USA? Or where it's manufactured is irrelevant to you? Let me know in the comments below. And I'm pretty sure at this point, about 80% of people who are watching this video are gone. But if you're still here, then it means that you're like, dude, yeah, I get it. Luxury ain't cheap. I love that thing. Let's get into it. Let's go. First up on the front, we got this sleeve, which actually has some decent expansion to it. It's not like super flush, which gives it some functionality. And we're gonna pack this bag out actually in the next section, so we can kind of pack it all out at once. Moving on to the back, we have another sleeve. Let's talk about the top handle, because yeah, smells like decent leather to me. And it looks gorgeous. And you do have a nice amount of space to grab the handles. But one thing to note about leather handles is you're going for an aesthetic, not necessarily for comfort. Like compared to some handles that we see on some modern briefcases like the Black Ember SB, these handles are very cushioned, super soft, just feel quite nice in your hands. Leather though, in contrast, it's not gonna like cut your hands and make you bleed your own blood, but it's just a noticeable comfort difference. And from there, let's talk about the shoulder strap. Also made out of leather. This is the first time we're gonna take a look at Filson's hardware, which is very sturdy, very heavy, and very brassy. Yet again, we're going for a vibe here, right? The old school tweed with the leather and the brass hardware. It's a sense of sophistication and timelessness. And then we also have the shoulder padding. The shoulder strap connects via the brass hardware on either either side, clip it on into place. And again, another point that I wanna make about leather, whether it's a handle or a shoulder strap, it's just not gonna be as comfortable, right? I'm not gonna go as far and say it's uncomfortable. We've got a little bit of padding inside this leather to kind of bear the brunt of the weight. But I have a feeling that in the next section, when I test out the comfort, it's not gonna be the most comfortable messenger I've ever tried. But we'll find out for sure. And speaking of which, next section, let's talk about the inside of the Filson Rugged Twill Original Briefcase. The inside is accessible with this buckle right here. It's a very classy entry point, but sometimes like buckling buckles can be a little annoying, right? A lot of modern bags have taken to magnets because magnets just kind of do their magnet thing. This buckle, you're gonna have to sort of, you know, finagle a little bit to find the right spot. And again, in the main compartment, we have these two beautiful brass zippers. They're chunky too, number 10s, but they're not YKK or any other brand that I'm familiar with. But Filson seems to have a pretty good repair policy, so if one of these were to break, they should cover you. Then going into the main compartment, super simple. We've got two sleeves, one on the back side, one on the front side, little space in between, and that's all. Let's pack it out. So a briefcase like this is probably gonna be used in a work environment of some kind. So I got like my work stuff. But if you wanna talk work, we gotta start talking about tech, which I would say that if you are looking for a great tech brief, this is probably not gonna be the best. Reason being, there's no real padding on this bag. The material itself is thick, so it has padding inherently sort of built into it, but there's no real like laptop sleeve with a false bottom. You can see right here though, I'm gonna put my MacBook Pro 13-inch, and it fits in there no problem, but you know, it's not built to be the world's best tech brief. I got a 3D print of a 16-inch MacBook Pro. Let's see if this fits. So you will be able to fit the MacBook Pro into the main compartment, but no matter if you're putting it in the main compartment or the sleeves, I definitely recommend double wrapping your laptop in some sort of tech sleeve. 100%. If you got the money to throw on this, you could definitely spend an extra like 30 bucks on a laptop sleeve, just saying. So I'll keep my laptop in that back sleeve. Let's load it out. I'm gonna put a sweater, main compartment, tech pouch. I do think tech pouches will work very well with this briefcase because there's not a lot of organizations. You got these like smaller things, tech pouch, smaller things, tech pouch in the bag, good to go. Bluetooth keyboard, book for later. Then on the other sleeve, I'm gonna go ahead and throw my portable laptop charger, hard drive, some glasses, and then just as a quick test, it's a 22-ounce Earthwell in case you're like a water bottle enthusiast. Let's see if it fits. It's a skinnier water bottle, and you can definitely, oh yeah, make that work for sure. With the tech pouch, you know, it's actually got a bit more space than I thought it would. Zip it on closed. We are rocking and rolling. Now let's talk about this front pocket and the back pocket, starting with the front pocket. Now that the messenger is fully loaded, that extra space that I spoke of is less spacey. I was hoping to get my over-the-head headphones in this pocket, but now that it's packed out, that's a no-go. So it could be a good spot for things that you want quicker access to, like your AirPods and wallet. And then on the back, actually, I think the back's a better spot for your wallet, pressed against your body, right? Safer from theft. Or it could be a great spot for some documents. You know, you're getting business done, right? Get your business papers, taking over the world, slide the contracts in the back. Sign right here. And then for the comfort test, the handles, you know, again, it's not painful. I'm not dying right now, but you know, there's not quite the padding that I'm used to for more modern briefs and messengers, but it's fine. It's fine. Then for the shoulder strap, not too shabby. Again, you know, same situation. But again, if you're still here watching this, you're like, dude, I probably don't care about the comfort. Like, I'm here for the vibe. I'm trying to look good and be like, contract signed there. You know, that's the vibe you're going for, right? Which I get it, I respect it, but let's just wrap things up. And I know like I'm harping on about the comfort of this and comparing this bag to more modern bags, but that's because you've got to understand, like in the bag world, there's a freaking revolution that's happening right now. And it's its own community. We call it the carry community. And I'm so obsessed with the carry community that we don't just have the Nomads Nation YouTube review channel, but we also have the Nomads Nation newsletter. And in that newsletter, I give you a deep dive into the world of bags. I show you the newest releases, limited edition drops, collabs, and everything in between. So if you want to know what's happening in the world of bags, and for me to be like your breaking news correspondent in the field, reporting back to you, then be sure to look for this globe emoji in the description below, where you can sign up to the Nomads Nation newsletter. I hope to see you in your inbox. Okay, let's talk about the overall pros and the cons of the Filson Twill briefcase. Overall pro number 1 is its gorgeous aesthetic. Overall pro number 2 is its high quality and premium materials. And pro number 3 is it is made in America, if that's important to you. But on the flip side, let's talk about the cons, which, you know, there's a lot because this is not the most functional briefcase that I've ever reviewed. But some of the cons being overall lack of comfort, a lack of organization in the main compartment, and obviously, you know, $500 price tag. Not cheap. But just a reminder, if you are gonna make a purchase, we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description below. Thank you very much. But if you're not quite sold, let's talk about the alternative briefs that I mentioned earlier in the video. Starting with this guy, the Nutsac Satchel 13. It's a great pick for you if you're looking for a satchel or brief and you like that old school vibe, but you don't need it to be quite as sophisticated as the Filson. Nutsac does really nice wax canvas, great leather accents, and at a bit more accessible of a price point. To learn more about the Nutsac Satchel 13, check the description below and you'll find a link to our full review. My next alternative recommendation is this guy, the Oak and Rove Alto briefcase. Great option for you if you like something classy and sophisticated, but you like a bit more functionality, accessibility, pockets. It's a bit different of a vibe, but it's a great brief and we did a full review on it, which you can watch by finding the link in the description below. My last recommendation is this bag, the Black Ember Forge SB. Great pick for you if you want something that looks great, right? I mean, this is a stunning briefcase, but you're not afraid to modernize it. And in doing so, then get access to a bunch of great features, including comfort and really impressive tech protection. Black Ember makes super premium and modern gear and bags. And to learn why I like this one so much, just watch this video right here. If you got any questions about any bags, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Aaron. This is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.